Hi guys, back here with another video. This is a review of my latest belt. This is the Wildcat version TNA World Heavyweight Championship belt. This belt was made by Awaleen Belts. Abdul Rahman is the maker of this belt. Awaleen Belts, they have a Facebook page and he does really good work. This is my first time buying from him and I'm definitely not disappointed. This is definitely one of my favourite belt designs next to the TNA 2007 version, the one that Kurt Angle made famous. This version was introduced by Sting after Sting beat Jeff Hardy at Victory Road after Jeff Hardy had his problem. And if you know, you know. If you don't know, then you can Google it. So this belt replaced the Jeff Hardy Immortal belt. The night after everything went down and Jeff Hardy went home. This belt was made famous by Sting, Mr. Anderson, Bobby Roode had it for the longest, I believe. Austin Aries. Bobby Roode was my favourite to hold it, so was Austin Aries. Jeff Hardy had it. Another one of my favourites, Bully Ray, had this belt, and AJ Styles. I think Christian Cage was the last person to hold this belt after he beat Kenny Omega and took back the TNA World title, and then they introduced the newer belts. So that's just a little bit of the history. It really is a very nice belt. Let's get into the review. It has a custom tip. Some of you may know I did have the official replica of this belt a couple of years ago. I really regretted selling it, but it had damage to the plates and heavy scratches and it was in pretty bad condition. Now I still wish I had it. I really do regret selling it, but I'm happy with this one. This is a very cool tip. This is not on the replica, but the real version did have it. So it's a two-piece tip and it's got the stacked TNA logo. You can see that's stacked nickel, really nice nickel plating and really nice gold plating. They definitely stand out very well, so you know that the gold plating is gold and the nickel is nickel. TNA Wrestling. This is a standard definition belt, but the detail is really good. For some reason it's not focusing on the lettering. In person you can read it much better. For some reason it doesn't want to focus. I'll see if I can zoom in. I'm not sure if these letters are supposed to be painted. If anybody knows, please leave a comment. Standard snaps. Snap box. This is not a TV accurate strap. The TV accurate strap was the same size, was the same shape as this. It had like a little squiggly pattern here and one there. The snap box started right here. So the snap box started here. So this would come into the snap box and the snap box would start. And I think this is longer than the official replica because I know that the replica wasn't this long. I think this is probably about 50 inches. But that strap, the replica design wasn't too bad. It was TV accurate, but I never really liked it because it looked odd that the snap box started here. So I do like that it starts here, more like a traditional belt. But that did set that belt apart from most belts. Standard Pakistan press plate tooling, not too bad. Nice texture. Shell tooling goes all around. 2x5 snaps. These are some of the better snaps I've seen. This really did take a long time to make. There was some personal stuff on my side and his side, but we did get it done. It took about 9 months. We worked on the art and everything. We tried to get the art close as possible to the official belt, and it came out pretty well. 2x8 snaps. Unfortunately, edges are not sealed. They are nice. They do have a bit of a rough finish. I will try to smoothen them with some sandpaper at some point. See if I can burnish them at home, but that's not really a big deal. Still, it's pretty good. It's a very strong leather, but it is flexible at the same time. So it's got the cut is really nice. He did a good job on the cut. And this belt is a very heavy belt. So first side plate, you can see the etching is really nice, quite deep as well. This is definitely some of the better etching I've seen on a belt, especially standard definition. That wasn't Nawaz or Altair or Orm. These are Swarovskis. I put these in myself. Actually, my nephew helped me put them in. He did a pretty good job. Thing with Pakistan made belts, you're never gonna get the right stone size, because sometimes the placement for the stones might be different. So, you just gotta get the closest size stones that you can get and just put them in. These are, they're not the most accurate size, but they do fit pretty well. My favourite part about this belt, the globes. These are nickel. I'm not good with maps, so I'm not gonna attempt to say what countries or continent these are. Really nice design. It's got like little squares in there. You can see how deep the etching is, and you can see how well those crystals shine. This is a nice feature on the TNA belts. He fixed the art on these because other makers had the TNA logo right to the edge. I helped him fix that. This is a stacked piece, 4mm. The one good thing he did, he really polished the edges really nice. These are like a shop belt. So those of you that have Pakistan belts or overseas bootlegs, whatever you want to call them, sometime if you run your finger against the edge, it has a rough finish and it's not very shiny because they don't normally polish the edges. They leave them dull. This is nicely polished, just as well as the plates, and it's got a really smooth finish. Maybe one or two rough edges on certain parts, but 99% of it is very nicely done. Again, this piece is stacked. You can see it's nickel. These are bolted on from the back, so it is a very heavy duty belt. Next, you've got the side plate again, Swarovski crystals. You've got another globe. This is one of the more unique ways to make a globe on a belt, and it really works for this belt. It's like a puzzle. So this piece is shaped so it fits between here and there, and then this plate is shaped so it kind of fits between this part. The other side is pretty much the same with different globes. You can see the Swarovskis, really nice stones. Now onto the main plate. Really nice stones. These are the bigger stones. They are two different stones. So these stones, they have more like a flat finish at the top. Kind of like the WWE stones. These stones, they're a bit more different. They have a pointed look to them. And then these stones are similar to the side plate ones. People compare this to the big gold because it does have a big gold type of outline at the top. You can see the nice etching, really clean, very nicely done. As I said, this is some of the better etching I've seen, which isn't from Altair, Navars or Orm, and that's definitely saying something. Now that I have this, I'm very happy with it. I really did regret selling my TNA belt at the time. It's quite a rare belt, so now you'd be lucky to find it in a good condition, because it did have like burn marks on the plates and everything from the production. That was not just a one-off belt. Mine had it. A couple of people that I know days had it. But it is a very rare belt now. Nice TNA logo with the black paint. Stacked piece. You can see right there, stacked. This is quite a hefty belt. You can see how well the nickel contrasts with the gold, and you can tell the nickel areas are nickel. I think on the real belt this was gold as well, but I would have preferred it to be nickel. That would have been a nice touch. Again, you can see no bubbles, no waves, no bumps in the etching. This is very well done. I don't know if he does his etching in-house, but it is very nicely done. It's got like wine type of patterns on it, so it's not exactly floral, but it does look really good. I'll see if I can show off the stones in some better light. So these are the stones under light. The camera light. Can't get my words out. It is very hot today in my area. It's about 23 degrees. These stones do look good. You can see the colour. And you can see how well the nickel contrasts with the gold. Just a very, very nice belt. One of my favourites. I'll just show this side because the other side have the same stones. These bigger stones pop a bit more because they are much bigger in size. These are 12mm. I believe these are 12. These are 7.2 or 4, and then these ones are about 5mm or 4.8. But you can see the stones really do look very nice. Again, my nephew put these in and he did a pretty good job. He's got a very steady hand. So just an overview of the belt. I will be posting pictures of this, hopefully online. So if you guys are part of the belt groups, you can see them. I'm on a couple of different belt groups, so the pictures will be on those. I just love the way the nickel stands out from the gold. It just really brings this belt to life. Now I'll put it on the waist, put it on the shoulder, and then show you guys the curve. It does have a pretty decent curve. Again, standard leather. It is very, very flexible. Again, this side does have that custom tip, so it's a bit more flexible. It is a very beastly belt, so if we count the pieces, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. This belt is made up from 18 separate pieces which are stacked on top of each other. It's a very detailed belt and a very beautiful belt. This is how the belt looks around the waist. It does fit pretty well. It's not a big belt. It is a very heavy belt. It is a very stacked belt, but I don't think it's as big as the big gold in terms of height or width. So it does fit slightly better around the waist. There you can see the stones and everything. It is a very large strap, so I have got it on a pretty tight snap setting, because the belt is longer than your average belt, as it does have those 2 separate side plates. These ones, normally it would just be 2 side plates, but this is the 3rd side plate, so it is a couple of inches longer than a normal belt. That's how it looks on the shoulder. Not too bad, nice fit. Again, I'm 5'5", about 170 pounds. Very flexible leather, just falls down your back. I will show the curve on this belt. This does have a pretty decent curve. You can put your hand underneath it about halfway. Again, it's hard to curve these because you have to curve this side, the plate, and then you have to curve these banners. These banners are very, very well done. There's not one seam that you can see. If you saw this from far away, you'd think it's just one piece. You can't tell that it's bolted on because it's just so well done. Not one seam or gap inside. The side plates are fully flat. So that's what the curve looks like. Again, just one final overview. Try and get a bit of shine off those stones. They do look much better in person, but you do get the idea of how they're supposed to look. So guys, that's it for this video. I tried to keep it as short as possible. My videos do have a tendency to go on for a while, so I'm hoping this is a good time. My opinion of Awaleen belts, he is a very good maker. Abdul Rahman, he's very good. His communication was very good. Every question I had, he answered it. He never rushed me to do anything or place an order. He never rushed to work. Every time I told him to edit the artwork to make it more accurate, he did it without question. And he actually came up with the idea. He came up with the idea for the tip. I think this is casted. I'm not sure how he made it, but he did a very, very good job. The tip was his idea to stack it, and it came out really nice. If you see the leather, his leather, again, this is not TV accurate leather, but it is good quality. It's not too soft, it's not too flexible, but it is flexible enough to move it around, but it's strong enough to sit up by itself. This is a very heavy belt. It's probably about 11 to 12 pounds, and the leather is holding it up by itself. If you see, it's not even snapped. Even if I do this, you can see it's still standing up. So very, very good leather. Strong enough to hold up the plates, but flexible at the same time. So guys, my opinion of Awaleen belts, his work is very, very good. Plating is outstanding. Etching is very good. SD quality is very, very good. I think he does CNC belts as well. I'm not sure about HD acid etch, but I know he does CNC. But this is very, very well done for the standard definition. Some of the best SD work I've seen. And, you know, his communication is good. His prices are very good. This cost me about between 350 and 400, give or take. So a very good price for what you're getting. You are getting a lot of belt for the price. So that's my final thoughts on the belt. I absolutely love it. It's amazing, and I couldn't be more happier. Again, if I do, you know, burnish these or fix them up a little bit to make them a bit more smoother, I will do a small update video to show how I done it, if I manage to do it. So guys, that's it for this video. If you enjoy it, give it a big thumbs up. That really helps the video. Leave a comment, that helps the video. Leave a like. Share this video to your friends. Share it to the belt pages if anybody likes belts. And, you know, maybe they'll buy one of these by seeing my video. And for some reason, my videos have been pushed down the algorithm a lot because I keep getting thumbs down. I'm not sure why. For some reason, my videos have been getting 10 to 15 thumbs down every time I make them. To be honest, I'm not sure who's doing that. Probably just somebody having fun. But unfortunately, it does push the videos down the algorithm. So if you can like the video and leave a comment, I really would appreciate that. Please subscribe. More belt videos coming. Turn on the notification bell so you are notified whenever I upload a new video. And as always, thanks for watching.